so glad that you are here. Welcome to Concordia Academy, those of you who are live in the audience and those of you who are joining us online. This is our fall showcase event as part of the Emerging Artist Program here at Concordia Academy. And before I introduce our feature artist tonight, I just want to tell you a little bit about the program, which is established to give the artists an opportunity to explore and display their craft, their passion, and give them a place that they can exhibit that. So that's what this portion is about. Now, 2020 has been quite a challenging year, as we all know, especially in the music world, in the arts world. But I just want you to know that in the brain of the artist, this roadblocks are not as daunting as perhaps some of us might think. The artist is challenged by roadblocks. And so I think what you see tonight is kind of the fruits of what 2020 has given to us: more time to create, perhaps, and more material to create with. So tonight, I would like to introduce our emerging artist who is a senior this year. He's a composer, musician, performer, just an actor. He's a very gifted and talented artist, and so he will tell you more about his art in the showcase tonight. So I introduce to you Noah Gundermann.
Hi. I'm just going to start us off with a song here. I thought that winter had gone. I saw the snow and thought it was here to stay. But oh, was I wrong? Must I wait so long? Oh, was I wrong? There's a hope to hold on to. The leaves are drying up their gray, and so we move on in a way. The seeds that popped in time, they're broken. These wounds we've stepped on, they've been reopened. And I know it takes the truth to see change. And I know we can be the proof of reckless range of love. I thought that winter had come. I saw the snow and thought it was here to stay. But oh, was I wrong? Must I wait so long? Oh, was I wrong? But there's a hope to hold on to. How long have I been living in a hole, unknowing, shivering? I've had enough with surface level, surface tension. I want what's real, breaking suspension. And I don't think I can wait anymore. You're out there, I need you. I want to know what's in store. Oh, I thought that winter had come. I saw the snow and thought it was here to stay. But oh, was I wrong? Must I wait so long? Oh, was I wrong? But There's a hope to hold on to. There's a hope to hold on to. I know we can hold on to this hope. Thank you. So welcome. Thank you. So that's a new song that I wrote last night, and then I recorded it and I submitted it to the world to be online. So these are fun little cards that you have a QR code on, and that has a bunch of recordings of songs that I have recorded over the past probably 3 weeks, I think. And that is a byproduct of an even larger project that I've been working on over quarantine, which I will talk about in a bit. But for now, that is my song Winter. I'm going to do another song now. So a lot of these, I would say that when I write them, it's a lot more exposing than you might think. This is a scary thing for me, not because it's a performance, but because it is. These are songs that I've written and poured into, and I have spent probably 40 hours on each of the songs, except for that one. But they have been poured over, and the lyrics have been very intentional, and the music has been worked very hard on. So if you listen closely, you can learn a lot about me and what I learn from the world and what I see. I want to have a drink of water. Okay. Searching in the dark, can't find you there at all. Through seasons of good, I still seem to fall. Reaching in the cold, the mist runs right through my hands, slipping and sliding like sand. From your gray and high places, you watch o'er the sea with your kings and aces, empty as can be. You're just a blackbird singing over me. Dabble here and trip up there, old habits they die cold and hard. I've still got the old maid, I've gotta lose these cards. Wishing I could see, find you and wake up one day, knowing I had caught the blackbird, and it would say, seek me nevermore. Do you see what you've become? You've been here before, chasing what you run from. You're just a blackbird alone in a tree. You're just in my head, but I know I want to be like you. But every step ahead, your changer is in me, not you. In these gray and high places, the mask falls off of me, revealing the faces of these personalities. Oh, who am I becoming? Am I in control of running, or is it the blackbird singing over me? Thank you. So one fun thing about this concert is that this has not been screened by anyone, and that all of these songs Mrs. Fritz is hearing for the first time, um, which is also kind of neat. And most of you are actually the first to hear these as well. I have each one of these songs I've sung in front of Caleb Loomis. There he is. Yeah. Aaron Kerr, my cello teacher. He's a really cool guy. And then my family, because I sing it in my room and they don't have a choice. And so they have been programmed to sing along to these songs, at least some of them, because I just play too much in my room. um, Here's another song. This one's called Train. Uh, I wrote it because I was walking along train tracks with my dog, and then a train came by, and then it went away, and so that was cool. Anyways, that's where the song came from. I guess this train is moving on without me. Should I stay or run along? You doubt me. I'll be here in a year. You come around and I'll be gone. I guess this train is moving on. The leaves are beautiful this time of day, and I haven't thought about ending this way of living right now, right here. Come closer, come near, I'm right, you're wrong. And I don't know about these games anymore. Life on the line, I can't let that in the door. You move in, let go, empty and so far away. I guess this train is moving on without me. Should I stay or run along? You doubt me. I'll be here in a year. You come around and I'll be gone. I guess this train is moving on. The light is wonderful as colors change. Life seems to shift around as we rearrange. Still moving and growing, and we will never really be the same. Things that used to be the best of the best are filtered, hollowed out, and we see the rest. We're broken and imperfect. I'm noticing that that's who we are. I guess this train is moving on without me. Should I stay or run along? You doubt me. I'll be here and in a year. You come around and I'll be gone. I guess this train is moving on. Thank you. Now this next song is going to be a bit of a risky one because I finished writing it today and I liked it a lot and I decided that I wanted to give it a shot. So brace yourselves for amazingness. This is my music stand. It has a note card and my phone, but it works. All right. He works for steel. He works real hard. It's how he makes meals. He pours out his heart. But the man with the suit and tie comes in, spits in his eye, cries, "Oh, I'm for you, you know. Won't you let me through, you know? Keep your head down and oh, go home now." The man on his knees knows who he is, knows that ain't a man. No work, no real pride. He ain't one who looks you in the eye, works with you is willing to die. No, he ain't worth it, you know. He's sleeping and oh, it takes respect to have a conversation. Say, I hear you, I listen. I don't despise the way that you think. You know that satisfaction as the world goes round and round. You tilt your head a fraction. He's a man who's got 2 feet on the ground. Scroll the screen and he hides in the shadows. Slides on, she's gone. Boys fighting the battles. She leads them on. Leaned on the borehose, smiling she's yours to know. Hold your heart tight and know this is your fight. Just round the corner, lumped over count. Ones who have border have arrowheads mounted. Look round the bend and sail on through slaughter and know. Hold your heart tight and know this is your fight and oh, it takes respect to have a conversation. To say I hear you, I listen. I don't despise the way that you think. It takes respect to have a conversation. Say I hear you, I listen. I don't despise the way that you think. There's that one. Thank you for humoring me on that. I wasn't exactly sure how that would go, but it happened. Here's another song. This is also on the interwebs if you want to locate that. So this is my first solo album. I've done one with Caleb Loomis there as the Washford Brothers. Yeah, it's a good time. But with that, at the end of the concert, I will have these if you want to scan them, and you do the thing. And then it will give you options on where to listen to the music. There's probably maybe 6 or 7 on there. And as the weeks go by, I have an unlimited amount of songs I can submit. So if you stay tuned, there will be more to come. Yeah, this one's called Restless Head. This one's locatable on that. Pillows been moved already, too many moonbeams. Awake, asleep already, dizzy the room seems. Too tilted sideways to move up and down. Feet over my head, but close to the ground. How many sleepless nights? My head is worn out from fights inside. Is there a better way to find some peace I really need to clear my mind, my mind? Sweat drips down her thoughts inside of down unheard, twisting under earth and tormented by blackbirds. Where am I going? Stationary in dark rooms. Polarized inside, the bride's not ready for a groom. How many sleepless nights? My head is worn out from fights inside. Is there a better way to find some peace I really need to clear my mind, my mind? Tip tap on triple slacking, six snap that whip is weapon. Keep your head down, dawn is cracking. I need a break, you cries, the sun is yet to rise. And as we go, grass gets greener on other sides. How many sleepless nights? My head is worn out from fights inside. Is there a better way to find some peace I really need to clear my mind, my mind? Collecting dust, the paint is golden and now gray. The hope, the words you knew, they're falling away each day. Into the darkness, fading into this void expanse. Stop, I've been caught and held by your hands. How many sleepless nights are you at work within these fights inside? You are the better way to find some peace, so won't you please fill my mind, my mind. All right, now we're going to transition into a time of me talking a bunch and then also doing random songs. So I'd like to introduce a good friend of mine, Mr. Caleb Bloom. Is Kana out here? Come on up. So Caleb and I are in a band, if you don't know, the Watchford Brothers. We play every once in a while. It's a good time. We've been playing music for 3 years now or something like that. It's been a good time. So over quarantine, this has been a big songwriting project for me, is having all this time to myself and saying, you know what, I'm going to write some music. And Caleb has been a big inspiration to me and a good friend to work with. So we're going to play for you one of our favorite songs to play together, which is And the Way You Look Tonight by Frank Sinatra. This is the one song that I did not write that you will hear tonight. Here we go. Someday, when I'm lost and alone and the world is cold, I will feel the glow just thinking of you and the way you look tonight. Lonely, don't you ever change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it, as I love you and the way you look tonight. Someday, when I'm all alone and the world is cold, I will feel the glow just thinking of you and the way you look tonight. Just the way you look tonight. Just the way you look tonight. Caleb Loomis, everybody. One thing about Frank Sinatra songs is that he always sings it like a beat after you think he will, and that's just a Frank Sinatra thing. All right, now I'm going to talk a bit. So my songwriting process, a lot of people have been asking me. Nobody's asked me. But my songwriting process is basically, as I am going through my life, I observe things, and I try to notice things, and then I can't express what I think and how I feel in any other way, really as whole as I can as songwriting. And so it's come very natural to me. And it's a weird process. Some people have like a formula they use or a certain pattern that they go with every time they write a song, but with me it's kind of, oh, we're just going to do it this way this time. I guess we're going to write it that way. I'll add that. I don't know. And it works out in the end every time. But it's a really cool spirit type led thing for me. So over quarantine, I have begun my capstone project, which is for the Emerging Artist Program. At the spring, I'll have some sort of presentation of it. Essentially, I have been writing an entire musical by myself, which is a lot. So that has been a really crazy process for me. So the story is basically, it's set in 1960, the summer of '69. Don't know what the title of the show will be yet. We'll get there when we do. But it's about a runaway story, basically, of a boy who leaves his home and his family, and he goes to see what the world has to offer and to recognize what is good and what is not good in the world, and how we're often motivated by things to go places. And how we end up there is always confusing, but whether it's because we're afraid or if we're worried, we end up in places that we weren't before. And what we can do is change how we act and how we respond to our world around us, which has been a really big lesson for me in quarantine, is that we can't always choose how things are, but we can choose how we act and how we respond. So I chose to write music. 60s or late 60s. I learned guitar over quarantine. So that is what this all is. This is new stuff for Noah. So I'm going to do a couple songs from the musical. Yeah, here we go. All right. This capo, a lot of people ask me why I do this. This is just so the strings don't buzz. I'm not an idiot, mostly. I wish that he would talk to me and notice that I'm here. Couldn't he just look and see and tell me that he cares? But blatantly do I need to throw myself out there for him to even look and see and tell me that he cares? I've tried everything that a girl can do. Dropped every hair tie, stopped by to tie my shoes. But it shouldn't be this hard to catch the attention of the guy by dropping pencils every time he walks by. I should explain what this song is in context so you understand. This is from the point of view of a girl, so that's why it's a little confusing for some of you. This is a girl singing to a boy in the school, which doesn't really go with the plot, you might think, but it does. It does. You'll see. I've been stuck here so long, I'm getting nowhere, can't get him off my mind each day, every time. Frozen in this moment in our lives. Now the boy's singing. Sorry. And life is pretty great, I guess things are going slowly, but I can't help but feel lost, a little alone. I felt like I'm in simulation mode, already living, getting ready for what? I don't know what I'm getting to. Let there be something more. Past this window in time, right through that door, stuck where we are. I'm getting nowhere, no vision of mine, just taking one day at a time. Frozen in this moment in our lives. I wouldn't say I'm lonely, but I'd like something new. Charlie, won't you say something? I'm waiting on you. I've been trying so long, I mean, it's taking this whole song up. Won't you notice me? Won't you look and see? As we go right through this pane and shattered glass, I'm here. Even though you won't look at me from class to class, I can. I'll be dropping hints and pencils, waiting for you to pick up and look at me. Won't you wake up and look, Charlie? Stuck where we are, getting nowhere, can get 'em off my mind each day, every time. Frozen where we are, the future seems so far away, cemented in this moment in our lives. There's that one. Wow, that was a hoot. I'm going to switch guitars. One moment. Check, check. There we are. All right. Here's another one. This is also from the musical. This is near the end, where he's kind of recognizing where a life of doing whatever you want can get you. Um, so this is kind of the turning point of the show. So here is a song called Numb. This one's not recorded anywhere. This is the first time anybody's heard it except for my family and Gail Bloomis and Mr. Kerr. Sorry. I think I'm going numb. I'm gradually losing color. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm losing all that I knew. Just walk a mile in my shoes, and all I've got now is this hole in my soul. Needles and pricks latch on to me like angry little ticks, and I let them stay day after day. A little was once enough for me, but now to take one step I need more than my body can take. It's already breaking me. I'm lost and confused, stuck in a lose-lose. I'm losing control and I can't get a hold of myself. You said you would be here for me when I felt all alone, and now the rudder's left my boat. You've turned on me cold as stone. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm all alone. My ship is going under. The starboard has been put asunder. I saw red sky and morning I followed. I didn't heed the warnings, and now I'm lost in the sea. Just a broken compass on me, and as I tread alone I start to shiver and foam in the wreck. From the depths of the ocean my feet are going motionless. I'm drowning slowly and ice is freezing over me. You said you would be here for me when I felt all alone, and now I'm shivering cold as stone. I'm aching down to the bone. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm all alone, going numb. Maybe they would let me come home, but I've squandered everything that I own. But even if they don't, I still need a place to live. I don't expect to be cared for, or even be forgiven. This is what I'll say. I know that I don't even deserve to be your son. You were right all along, I'm not ready to move on. Will you let me work for you? I need a place to stay. I don't expect to stay long if you let me work today. There's that one. Guitars again. Switching guitars again. This next song is one that I wrote over quarantine, as most of these were. But this one I wrote with the idea in mind that I am going to hit the top of my range and then do it in front of people. So here we go. I'm going to need some water for this. This one is also in the musical. This is kind of where he decides I'm going to go off. I'm singing these out of order. I'm really sorry. This is probably hard to follow. But this is where he kind of decides he's gonna leave. And so he's kind of dealing with what that means. So, and this is also technically a duet because it goes from one person singing to another person, then they sing together, because that's what a duet is. But there's just one of me, so good luck. Try to hint at the pronouns so you understand who's talking. I've got many questions, oh, I've never been here before. I don't know what to do. In theory, this was a good idea, but now I'm not so sure. I hoped this would be easy. We'd forget everything by next fall. But now I'm second guessing after all. After all this scrabble and grime, why can't I close my eyes and grimace inside? Travel long beyond before the last goodbye. Ooh. Ooh, I guess she'll catch on, hopefully. But what if she could already see right through me? I didn't give away too much, or did I? Just one little kiss goodbye. I don't think that she knows it was for good only. By the sidewalk, while the lights flickered out by the flies, and she looked right through my cold, scared eyes. Did she see me? Did she see the end of this window in time? She know that that was the end of mine. We'll never, never, never be the same. No, no. It's not the first time ever, oh, but I haven't felt this way in forever, so maybe things just aren't the way I thought they'd be. There's something in his eyes that I've never seen before. It wasn't joy of any kind, it doesn't seem quite true. I think he was hiding something. Oh, Charlie, what'd you do? Just when I was getting close to you, I cried on your shoulder, and we watched the river run all day. I don't know why you want to go away. Was it something that I did? Did something change between you and me? Can I just wake up and let this be a dream? Ooh, you can't just walk away. Don't you think we could talk it out today? Oh, I don't get it. Why are you so afraid? Why are you leaving me alone? And now for another song. This one I wrote just at the beginning of quarantine. So this one is where he finds himself in Washington, D.C. at a protest, and he finds his friend there receiving a Medal of Honor for his work at the Vietnam War. And so they have kind of this clash, and they're a little confused on what it's like to be friends with somebody that you do not agree with. I'm sure we have had some fun with that over this wonderful election year. Yeah! But yeah, this is a song about that a little bit. Listen. I misspoke. That was the wrong song. This is still a good one. I forgot how this started. One moment. I'm really sorry. I'm just blanking on this. Just need the first word. This can't be that hard, Noah. You're okay. You're doing great. There we go. I remembered. We're on a different path, you and I. It's been a great ride, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. But I'm going here, and you're going there, and I'm terrified. I wanna hang on, but it's been so long. I don't wanna let go, let you move on. Time to meet new people, it's time to make new memories. Bonfires and starry nights, stupid fights all over again. Our time together has been sweet, but it's decaying. Every moment we stand, idly by. Charlie, don't you see? You've changed not for the better. You aren't you, you aren't yourself. And I can't do anything. I don't want to let go and let you move on from the boy you were. in a crowded city. Sometimes friends can't let go. And I'm ready for the memories and the good times up ahead. And I'll be here for you as you move on. I'll be alone in the chapter you left behind. I introduced that song wrong, but there it is. So that one is actually after the song that talks about what I talked about, which you can look forward to in the spring showcase. I gotcha. All right, what is next? We're doing great on time. I've just got 2 more songs here. Just want to thank you guys for being here. This is really sweet. I'm glad you guys are able to come in and support me in this. So here's a song called Daisies. It's the title song of my little album, which was a byproduct of the musical, where basically I write a bunch of songs and then like that doesn't work for it, but I still like it, so I recorded it. This is one that I really like, and it's in the musical, and it's for my mom. Hi, Mom. I love you. This was written for you. So here it is, Daisies. I just want to talk more about the song before I fully get started. So this one's kind of, I guess it's written to all the moms out there. Yeah, because they sacrifice a lot for us as kids. And so this is kind of just about a stay-at-home mom in the 60s era. And it also deals a bit about with like women's rights and how they kind of were given this job of you are going to stay at home and take care of the kids, and how it's hard to let go of part of yourself for the sake of your children, which is kind of weird to think about. So this was a cool song to get into the mind of somebody else. Learn about compassion. Here we go. Sorry to delay the intro. They're moving on, growing up, really feel like throwing up. 17 long years of working hard to raise a child and then be disregarded. It doesn't feel that great. Oh, when do you know that you've done it? They've grown and there's nothing you can do anymore. Oh, when are we finished, done raising a child? This is all that I have known. What is next? And I don't know what it's like to come home every night to a dinner that's ready with smiles holding steady. With the paycheck in hand, I bet it feels real nice. With a suit and a tie, a briefcase by her side, heels click on the marble, oh money, it's marvelous. I wish I could help and provide, but my hands, they are tied. When a woman stays home all alone every day, it can weigh a person down. When all that you know is how slow you should go, and you're boiling the water is getting much hotter. Decorations set aside, dusting the frames in the sun glows your eyes. Take a breath, a mother claims that this life you let go of, the one you were yesterday, is gone. Just a piece of my heart, it is walking away every day. What's to say? Oh, look at the pictures there up on the wall. The faces, they shine like daisies in fall. They move on, they grow, no, they'll never know how far they've gone. Know where you come from, dear. right, it is that time of night, folks. I am on my last song, so you can put your jackets on and leave already if you want, if you're tired of me. But here we go. Here's the last one. This one's called "Love to the Full." This is also my one of my favorites that I've written over this weird year. um, and this one, I just kind of was, I don't know. I was sitting there and it came to me. I was like, "That's a nice thing. Write that down." So here it is, "Love to the Full." How many times will the sun set down on our way to weary heads, while we are waiting to come home, broken, bent, and on our own? And how many nights will we be cold and all alone in bed? Tonight we're watching reruns of the mistakes, the moments overdone. Get some sleep, rest your head. I pray peace o'er your bed, restoration for your soul. You are loved to the full. She turns and locks the door and sighs, slides down to her knees, she cries, looks up to the popcorn plaster, shadows mocking, flying past her. Is there no rest for the worn down heart, the weary soul, some missing parts? Are we just all alone, or is someone gonna take us home? Get some sleep, peace, or